Hello, it's Patrick here from Strategic Lead Services. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video I've made for you. I promise you it's going to be well worth your while. I'm going to be sharing with you some information that I believe you'll find very valuable and helpful as well. And so this is a picture of myself up here in the corner, just so you can put a face to the name. But more importantly here, I want to show you a little bit about what some of your top competitors are doing in the Detroit, Michigan personal injury market to bring in more leads and eventually more personal injury cases for their firm, how they're going about doing that, and really how you could be doing that, but be doing it even better. And so as we move forward here, do keep in mind that this is not for everyone. This is for serious and dedicated personal injury attorneys only who specifically want to bring in more cases, more case volume each month, who are equipped and ready to do that, and who want to do that in a more consistent fashion. So as you can see here, we've got three of your main competitors down here. Buckfire Law, they're currently investing around close to $19,000 a month into their online advertising efforts and also generating $22,000 of value in their organic traffic. We've got the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, who's investing over $100,000 into their online advertising. And then Michigan Auto Law, that's Stephen Gerstein. He's investing close to $70,000 each month into online AdWords advertising. And I'm going to go a little bit more into exactly what's going on here. But before I do, I want to cover some of my main points. That way you just have a really strong idea of what I'll be talking about over the next few minutes. So first of all, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can generate more high quality leads like your top competitors, the difference in value of leads generated organically versus using paid traffic, and then why some of your PI competitors are spending up to $100K or more and others are actually just losing thousands of dollars, halting their advertisement altogether because they haven't found a way to make it effective. I'll show you how you can get PI cases same day and not have to worry about something like SEO, search engine optimization, taking forever. As you may know or have experience with, SEO can take 6 months, 7 months, maybe even up to 10 months before you see a return on value, and maybe even longer if you have in a very competitive market. And quite honestly, that's a long time to ask someone to wait. So more than that, I'll be showing you how you can actually prevent any leads that are coming in, any good PI leads, from moving on to your competitors. And then I'll show you how this method, it's really the perfect add-on, if not replacement, to your existing AdWords strategy, if that's something you're currently doing, and how you don't have to expect to pay $100 or even more a click like the rest of the market. And then finally, I'll show you how many more cases you could expect to get from your area. So with that said, I hope you're excited here like my friend Jonah and you've got your hands up and you can't wait to hear more. I know I am, so let's get right into it. So first things first, I just want to go over the anatomy of a search engine with you because it provides a good foundation, and just in case you're unfamiliar, I've typed in Detroit personal injury lawyer in Google and this is what it's come up with. So the first thing we always get is the ad group at the top here. This is really where Google wants you to be using their search engines, and they'll actually reward you well for it if you do it correctly. Then we have the map pack, your local results, and then underneath that we have the organic listings. And something really to keep in mind here is that 98% of the business that's generated organically online here goes to the top 3 in the map pack, and essentially the top 2 or 3 in the organic listings as well. So having those positions is quite valuable, and really you need both a map pack listing and an organic listing to get the best results from that. And the advantage, of course, is when people click on that, it's free. You're not doing pay per click for your organic listing. But to compete there, it's going to take a really good SEO, search engine optimization strategy, which I would suggest any firm does if they want to be competitive in a market. However, it's just that, a long-term strategy. You can't expect leads now. But really, if you're not ranked already That's fine. There really is a better way, and that's using paid traffic, because you can get leads right away and you can start to gain the top positions on Google right away when you're structuring your ads correctly, when you're focusing on optimizing your ads to the best degree possible. And you can actually start, when you start to take into consideration this quality score times cost per click equals ad rank formula, which I'll go over here in a minute, you can actually start to get generate those leads and pay less for your ads than the rest of your competitors and get those primary positions. In fact, we pay a fraction of what most people pay on AdWords by structuring our ads this way and get the same, if not more, leads as a result. So since we are talking about paid ads here, let's just take a quick look at this example, and what it's showing us is the difference between a regular ad and an optimized ad. So 60% of the time you're going to see a regular ad like this one on the bottom, and then you've got this optimized ad at the top. What most people don't know is chances are the guy at the top here is paying less money for his ad, which looks much better than anything else, than these guys at the bottom. The reason is because he's added more relevant information to what someone is searching in the search engines. He has the appropriate ad extensions, or as many as he can get. And, he's just taking up more real estate here. So it's probably more likely that he's going to get clicked on. And so this is what you really want. You want to make sure that you're optimizing your ad. You're making sure that it is relevant as possible to what people are searching for. This is the beginnings of how you pay less and get a better ad rank. So let's take a look here. What is it that some of your competitors are doing? Your top competitors, we've got the Bernstein Law Firm. What is it specifically that they're doing each month that they can invest $109,000 into their online AdWords budget each and every month? So if we take a look here, I pulled up this site SpyFu that I use, this tool, and what it's showing us, it's really just aggregating all the data for the Bernstein Law Firm, Coliseum.com right here. And what it's showing us is that they're getting around close to 8,000 clicks on their ads each month, and as a result they're paying around an estimated $110,000, and they're also bidding on a ton of different keywords. Over 22,000 different keywords over time is what they've bid on. And what they're really doing there is they're trying to bid on the keywords that people are actually searching for in the search engines, because to the degree that you can make your ads as relevant as possible to what people are actually searching for, you can get a lower cost and increase your quality score with Google. So just to better explain that, I'm going to pull up this infographic here because I think it's going to do a really good job of explaining this a lot better. So Google determines your cost per click, the cost you pay for your ads, based upon this thing called quality score. And that in turn determines your ad rank, where your ads are showing up on the search engine page. And as a personal injury attorney in Detroit, your cost per clicks are extremely high. I've got Detroit, Michigan in here. This is taken from Google AdWords. And what it's suggesting is that for personal injury lawyer, you would expect to pay around $135 per click. Car accident lawyer is astronomical, $240 a click. $140 for personal injury attorney, and truck accident, it's back up there over $200. So, I mean, it's no secret here, it's just expensive to advertise as a personal injury attorney. But you don't have to pay these prices when you start to incorporate and follow this formula. As I said before, Google's going to determine where you show up on the page, whether it's the top, the bottom, or even a completely different page, based upon this thing called quality score. Yes, they take into consideration max bid, but as you can see in this example, as it illustrates, you can be an advertiser bidding the most for your ad, but if it's a regular ad, it's unoptimized, which 60% of the time is what people are doing, you're going to end up with the worst ad rank and paying more for that. Or you can pay the least amount and get the best ad rank when your quality score is really high, or if it's high enough, or at least higher than the rest of your competitors. This is exactly what you want. This is what we focus on when we structure our ads. In fact, the chief economist of Google has said that 60% of the quality score, which we know needs to be as high as possible, is determined by click-through rate. So the reason I'm sharing this is because click-through rate is all about ad relevancy, which I've been talking about. So when your ads are really relevant, people want to click on the ad that is, or click on the things that are most relevant to what they actually typed in the search engine. That's how you improve click-through rate and quality score. So here's just another example to illustrate more about what I'm talking about. As you may know, people are searching for thousands of different keywords each and every day, and for your services as well, for personal injury services. And a lot of people are going to be using the more vague search terms like injury lawyer, accident attorney, things along those lines. However, those terms, since they're more general and more vague, they're the most expensive, they're the most competitive, and they end up converting the least. And because they're so general, they're going to end up attracting more fraudulent or irrelevant clicks. However, when you start to incorporate this longer tail end of the spectrum of highly descriptive search terms using 3 or more words, what you end up getting is keywords that are far less competitive, meaning they're going to cost less, and they're going to convert higher since people want to click on things that are very relevant to what they're searching. And in fact, these type of longer tail keywords make up the majority of the search queries. The problem is most people just do not structure, most advertisers do not structure their ads this way. Their group, 99% of advertisers are grouping their keywords because it's a common practice, but it doesn't mean it's the best practice, which is leading to more relevant clicks, more fraudulent clicks, and it lowers your quality score, or at least it doesn't improve it any, which we know this needs to be as high as possible. So as you can see, they're bundling their keywords under different ad groups. And really the solution for that then is to only put one keyword per ad group and then create as many ad groups as is necessary. Yes, this takes more work. Yes, it's not as efficient as many people want it to be, but this is going to immediately make your ads more relevant, and it's going to increase your quality score and do the all-important job of what you want it to do. It's going to lower the cost that you pay over time and allow you to generate leads at a lower cost than your competitors. So here's a sample screenshot from one of the campaigns we did for a client in a similar space, personal injury. As you can see, over time they invested quite a bit of money, and their average cost per click was down around $30 per click over that course of time, just by structuring their ads this way. So the reason I'm sharing all this information with you is just to illustrate and highlight all the different factors that go into these ads and optimizing them, and to show you that these are all the things that we consider and that we focus on when we're creating a campaign for any client that we bring on. We're making sure that your ad copy is as relevant as possible. We're making sure the search terms are accurate. We increase the geographic relevancy of the ad. We're incorporating and using those longer tail descriptive search terms. We're using as many keywords, and more than that, we're creating as many ad groups as necessary, hundreds up to thousands if necessary. Another important factor is the landing pages that we create. This is a really important part of the conversion. You need a landing page that performs really well, that is actually going to convert the leads that are coming to find your services. So last bit of information I'll share here. How are we preventing those leads that do come in from moving on to your competitors? Well, we get those leads to fill out more detailed forms, and we have some creative ways of doing that, but this really does one of two things. First of all, it allows you as an attorney to get more information and the most relevant information that you would need to determine whether a lead that comes in is going to be a viable case. And then 2, it also allows them to become more invested in your process. And if they are filling out the form, you know they're more invested. And as a result, you're going to get better conversions. So how many more cases can you expect to get from your area? Well, we found that it's about 5 to 10 cases per million of population. So depending on your geographic region, you can use this as kind of an estimation. Well, I hope this has wowed you here like Joey, and you're really interested by the information you've heard. I would like to talk to you more about it. So the reason I'm reaching out is because currently we are searching for a partner in the Detroit area. We only work exclusively with one firm when we're in one particular market. So our team has worked with PI attorneys before, and we know what works. And when you work with us, there's really no risk here because you only pay us per lead. You're not paying us cost per click or percentages, whether or not a campaign is being successful or not. You're only paying us for the leads that are actually brought in. The only risk that there could be is perhaps if you're not able to handle the calls that come in, or you're not returning calls or returning form leads. This is most likely not the case, but if it was, you probably wouldn't be the client for us in that case. But next step here, I would love to have a discovery call with you and set that up so that you can learn more about us, we can learn more about you, and really figure out if this is something that would make sense for your firm. So I've enjoyed doing this video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it all the way through. I look forward to speaking with you soon. My contact is in the email. I will talk to you later. Have a great day.